audio, and then I want you guys' thoughts on this. This is Floyd Mayweather Jr. Talking about his Logan Paul. It's just something he said that personally I had a personal issue with, but we'll talk about it. Let me go ahead and play this here for you.
My health is my wealth.
Okay.
I can tell you this. I quit when I wanted to quit.
Right.
I was in control of my career. You know, when fighters got to fight when they don't want to, that's not a good feeling. And then when Ali was active and he could communicate, he could talk with the people. You know, he was trash talking, shit talking. Everybody loved him. Right? All his people loved him.
Right.
And then the other side hated him. But then when he could barely walk or talk, then they want to say, oh, he great, oh, we love him. No, not me.
Yeah.
So no money is worth my health. No amount of money. But I'm still a smart businessman. Now we talking about a Logan Paul, a YouTuber, for $100 million? Give me that.
All right, so and this is, of course, you guys could check it out. Hoops Plug is the name of the channel. You guys want to check that out. I'm not interested in the fight, but I don't care. I mean, Mayweather could do what he wants, obviously. You know what I mean? If he wants to make his money, go ahead. I don't have an issue with that. And it's been an accumulation of things. For some reason, anytime Mayweather's asked about where he rates himself all time or something like simple as this, like why Logan Paul, he always has to bring up Muhammad Ali's name every single time. Oh, Ali, he wasn't smart. He was against the ropes against Foreman. That's not smart. Ali's not even with us anymore. Like, can you just bring him up in a positive light? Can you not just say positive things about him? You know, because ironically, he's talking about people that didn't love him then. Now they love him. Well, how about you show him some love, Floyd? How about that? Like, you know what I mean? Because you still ain't showing them love, in my opinion. And in my opinion, I don't think Floyd, this is my opinion, can hold a candle to Muhammad Ali's resume and impact in the sport of boxing and the world. Russ, I'll go to you first, man. What do you make about, Floyd Mayweather's comments there?
Well, what he said, I mean, I certainly understand that, he cares about his health and whatnot. And but he's not caring about the other guy's health because you say, okay, he's a YouTuber. He's not good. I'll kick the crap out of him. No problem. I don't care about his health, but I care about my health, So I'm going to take an overmatched, I'm going to take a guy into waters he's never even seen before and beat him. So, what's my comment on that? I think it's a sign of the times, my friend. I think this is what our world has come to. I think it's easy to bash people all the time by, putting other people down. That's how you make yourself great. I don't agree with that. Ali went through his whole career without uttering. Show me of all the talking Ali did, of all the clips there are of Ali. Show me one clip where he uses profanity. One.
Never.
It seems that the audience loves that. This youth love that crap. They don't want to hear about the science of boxing. They don't want to hear elevated humor. It's trash humor. It's easy humor. It's gutter humor. It's not real. It's not intelligent. It's not well thought of humor.
Yeah, I agree. Look, Mayweather's last real fight was against Andre Berto. That was followed up with a fight against Conor McGregor, which was followed up by essentially, a flyweight kickboxer in an exhibition in Japan, Tenshin. And now he's fighting a guy who's 0-1 in pro boxing, and the one loss was against a video game playing YouTuber. I mean, how can you compare that to what Pacquiao's been doing the last 4 years? A guy who's coming off a major win against the former world champion in Keith Thurman. So, yeah, I agree.
Gentlemen, I think, though, the question we have to ask ourselves here is, if any of you had the opportunity to do what Mayweather's doing, and somebody's going to pay you that kind of money for a guaranteed win where you will not get a hair on your head touched, and you'll get that kind of money, every one of you would take that opportunity.
Absolutely.
That's but here's the difference between Ali and Mayweather, which is kind of what D-Style started out with. Ali could have made millions if he just took literally a do-nothing military position entertaining the troops. He would have kept his title.
That's different.
No, but I'm just saying he stood up for something.
No, but I get
that's completely, that is humanity and character at another level. But my point is, the question we have to ask ourselves is, how did we get to the point where we can sell this, that people are buying this to pay for these guys? That's the question we have to ask ourselves as a society, as fans. Right. That's the danger here. Not Mayweather cashing in. Every one of you would do it. Not Logan Paul cashing in. Every one of you would do it.
I got to get in here because I got to say something.
But the difference, right? Okay, do that. Go out and get the money. Get the bag. You know, sell yourself out. Ruin your legacy. I mean, there's a guy who's put in beard implants and hair implants and is like chasing around the guy for taking his hat off. Whatever, you want to do that, that's fine. But then don't compare yourself to Muhammad Ali in a way that makes Muhammad Ali look anything less than what Muhammad Ali is as a representation and was as a fighter. So I'll just leave it at that.
Get his money and keep Muhammad Ali's name out of his mouth. That's for sure. You know what I mean? I'll agree with that all day.
I just got to say this. If I had $500 million in the bank, I would be doing other things. I would be opening up businesses. I wouldn't be doing, like, there's a lot of ways to make money. I would take my 500,000 and I would turn that into $1 billion. Like what Magic Johnson, what did Magic Johnson and Shaquille O'Neal do? They're opening up businesses. Russ, I don't want to be a contrarian here, but if I was in his situation, that's what I would do. I wouldn't be doing this because I couldn't deal with the embarrassment. People were laughing at him right now, and he wants to do it. That's fine. I don't care if he does it or not. I'm not judging him, but I'm laughing at him. When I'm seeing a guy take his hat off, and I'm looking at those hair plugs, and I'm looking at all this, I'm laughing at him. I'm not laughing with him. So if that's me, I don't know if I want someone to laugh at me. I don't know if I would do that for $100 million. I would take my 500,000 and I would turn it into $1 billion. I would do what Shaq did, what Magic did. I'd be opening up movie theaters, businesses. I'd be putting money in my community. I'd be helping kids. I'd be opening up boys clubs. I'd be doing what LeBron James is doing. That's what I'd be doing.
Me too, Joe. That would be my thing.
So I'm not so sure I would take that $100 million.
And the reason I can confidently say me too is because I did it with no money. So imagine if I had money, what I would do, you know, if I could do that. And to this day, my company, we sponsor boxing clubs. We've got 5 boxing clubs that we sponsor in North America. And these aren't like fitness centers or you know, profit organizations. They are pure old school amateur boxing clubs where people have day jobs and they go to the gym at night and teach boxing, and they take their kids on trips and they go to tournaments. We support that. So I'm with you, Joe. I would do the same thing. The point of this was you don't have to agree with what he's doing, but the question is, how is he able to do it? That bothers me more. Yeah. That him and Logan Paul are even able to do this. That the 4 of us, who I think are pretty passionate about boxing, are wasting what few years I have in my life left. I'm wasting these few sands of the hourglass talking about this, okay? That's a problem in our society.
It's time you're never going to get back either. That's
right.
10 minutes of your life you're never going to get back.
Never.